Hi, thanks for joining me today. If you clicked on this video, it's because you're as excited as I am about Outlander Season 3 starting in about a week. And I just want to share my love of the show with you guys because it really is a show that I really love watching, and I kind of have to watch it secretly because my husband, he hates the show. He's always like, I don't want to hear that woman's voice. And by that woman, he's talking about, Claire's voice. Claire is the lady in this shot here. Don't you just love this video? I mean, this photo. It's so romantic. Anyway, I have to watch the show in secret because my husband, he can't stand the show. He hates the narration that goes on throughout the show. You know, when Claire's like, I left my I left my home back in 1942 to travel back into 1790 whatever, and oh, I'm in pain, oh, I'm suffering, the life I left behind. So my husband, he hates that. He hates that narration. And I'm like, but that's what gives it the whole story magical feeling to it. Anytime I want to watch a show and my husband's in the same room because, he works on the computer, I ask him, so is there anything in specific you want to hear in the background? He's like, you can put anything on, anything except Outlander. And I'm like, are you kidding me? That's like one of my favorite shows. It's so romantic. And he's like, yeah, I can't hear that woman's voice. I'm like, fine. So Outlander is one of those shows I have to watch in secret. I mean, usually I'm a very sharing person, and that goes with shows too. Like, I like watching shows with him because I feel like, it builds our relationship watching the same shows together. But this show is one of those that I have to basically cheat on him to enjoy because he doesn't want to even hear Claire's voice. So I have to watch the show on my own. And so recently, about 2 weeks ago, I started binge watching the entire second season, and I just finished it like a few days ago, and it was so good. Guys have to admit that season 2 was better than season 1. I mean, that whole, story about going to France and Versailles. And I think my favorite episode of season 2 was La Dame Blanche. Remember, you guys, when she went to Versailles and she spoke with the king, and the king was like, this sounds like witchcraft. Are you a witch? And he's like, and then Claire's like, I am a witch, but I am a white witch, a good witch. And it was just so good. Obviously I'm saying it, some crazy verbatim way, but the way, Claire does it in the show was so good, and she looks so beautiful and elegant. It was the best season. I was actually really sad when they returned back to Scotland in the show because they look so beautiful, all dressed up in that royal French garb. I loved it. I loved the season. And then I guess the second best episode for me was the very last episode. When she wants to when she spoiler alert, when she discovers that Jamie didn't die, and that she wants to return back she wants to go back through the stones at Cragna Dune. I just love that. She wants to go back through the stones to reunite with Jamie. I mean, that was shot so beautifully because if you guys don't know, in that last scene, they show her, get welled up with emotion at the knowledge, knowing that Jamie is alive. And then she goes to this mountain where these stones are, these magical stones that have some magical powers that you go through, and you can basically time travel. But she finds out that Jamie's still alive, and then the sun is like rising or setting, and the sun's like shining in her eyes, and she's like welling up with emotion, and she's like, Jamie's alive, I have to go back. Oh, it was just so emotional and beautiful. It's like, that is entertainment. I loved it. I can't wait for season 3 to begin. And I don't know if you guys know, but I signed up for Entertainment Weekly. I didn't know I was going to make this video until today. I had actually been writing some doodlings while I was editing some other videos. But I have some dish in here for you. And by dish, I mean some knowledge of the third season. I'm not really going to spoil it for you guys, but from what I read here in the magazine, they're going to leave Scotland and they're going to go to the Caribbean. So isn't that going to be cool? They're going to be someplace warm, where Jamie can have his shirt off. That should be fun. And not that Claire isn't hot. She's hot too. And I also read that even though many years have passed, they're really not going to age the actors, they might have like one gray hair or something, but they want them to still be hot. I thought that was good because in the interview here, they asked the actress, I think her name's Katrina Balfe. I'm probably saying that wrong. I should have figured out how to say her name. But Katrina says in the interview that, yeah, they didn't really age us that much because, hey, it's television. I just love that quote because it is. It's television. It's supposed to be a fantasy. You know, we want to see, you know, hot actors be in love, not some old fuddy-duddies, right? Because technically she's 50 years old when she decides to go back in time to reunite with Jamie. I'm glad you guys watched this video. I always do happy vlogs, fun vlogs. So if you're interested in stuff like that, subscribe. I mean, what else are you doing with your life? Just subscribe. You just push a button and you can be, you know, listening to my nonsense daily because I make videos daily. I bring the fun to YouTube. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching and see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.